Spontaneanation Live returns to Largo at the Coronet Saturday, April 2nd, with special guest Grant Lee Phillips and improviser Stephanie Courtney, Colleen Smith, and Gary Anthony Williams. If you've never been to a live show before, this is a great time to start. Come on out. Tickets are available at paulftompkins.com/live. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to everyone in the world. Welcome to people not in the world. Welcome to people from outer space. People bit presumptuous. We're people. Welcome from people to beings from outer space. But do you consider yourself outer space beings? Or do you consider yourself, whatever your fucking planet is called, things? Like we're Earth things. Phrase everyone uses. And then you're just traveling, you're coming here. I hope you're going to teach us stuff. What if you came to teach us things that we already knew? What if you're like, we call this a car? Like, yeah, no shit. Take a look around. Oops. We left our oven on. Do you have ovens? Yes. We have tons. Then we start bragging about how many ovens we have. Like maybe you guys have just 10 for the whole planet. Because you live on a little tiny planet like the Little Prince lived on. So, okay. On the Little Prince's planet, I know there was a couple volcanoes. One volcano? Guys, I'm sorry I even walked down this alleyway. I'm trying to go for my hazy memories of the book cover. Here's what I remember from the book cover. He was, for a little prince, he was pretty big. Like that planet was very small. He was bigger than the planet he was standing on. There was at least one volcano. A fox lived there, and I think a snake. Why do I remember the snake? Because he was played in the movie by Mr. Bob Fosse. I remember everything about Bob Fosse. Did you ever see All That Jazz? Roy Scheider? So good. Ben Vereen. The dad from Alf. That's it. It was a three-hander. They played all the roles. Don't believe me? Check out All That Jazz from your local library. Dude, please just do that for me as an experiment. And we'll show those aliens. What is library? Aha! Now we are the teachers to you. That's more convenient. We didn't have to go anywhere. Manned mission to Mars. Well, you love alliteration that much, you're going to spend all that money. Money also begins with M. Mr. President. Guys, by the time you hear this episode, we may have a new president. Even though it will be March, there may have been an upheaval in our government. Maybe we have a new system. And no one voted for him. Or her. Or it from another planet. Maybe we should give aliens a try. If any aliens can hear this, if you would like to be president of the United States, we might as well let you have a crack at it. Guys, I don't like to get political on the show. Welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest to have a freeform conversation with me inspired by a question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals from the world of make pretend to improvise a story with me, a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unrelated scenes, inspired by details from my conversation with that interesting person. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. There he goes. Now you know everything you need to know. For life! It is time for me to introduce my special guest. This young person that I'm about to introduce to you. She is an improviser. She is a writer. She is an amazingly talented person. And I think she's very nice.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you.
Please welcome Katie Dippold.
Hello.
Now, do you say Dippold or Dippold?
Well, the first. But some people say, I've heard like people say like, God, I can't even think of it. Like, there's different versions. Like I feel like in Germany, it sounds different.
Is it a German name?
It is a German name.
I did not realize that.
Can I just say the lovely piano music is making me want to talk differently? Like I just want to talk smoother, more elegant. It's not coming across, even though it's in my brain, but it's having an effect on me.
Do you feel as if you have to rise to the occasion of the piano music?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Yeah.
I think your voice sounds right in the piano pocket right now.
I think so. There's a little bit more of a whisper to me right now. That's not how I ever have spoken before in my life.
It's also pitch black in here.
Yes.
And
candlelight.
That's right.
I'm not joking. If you're not seeing this, it's lit by candles right
That's
now.
right. Why not? Can't we? We can have nice things.
Yeah. Set a tone.
Katie, this is what I'm saying. Katie, I have a question for you.
Yes.
And that question comes from our previous week's guest. Are you curious as to who that guest is?
I am.
Well, then I would direct you and the listener to the Spontaneanation archives on howl.fm. Hours of listening pleasure await you. Katie, the question here is...
Do I go there now?
You do not go there now. Also, you know what? The listener doesn't go there now either. I know you can pause this, but don't. But stay with us. If you were to be a famous religious leader, who would you be? If you were to be a famous religious leader, who would you be?
Man, I mean, I'd like to be none of them. So now it's just thinking of who would I least be upset with myself.
Who comes to mind? Like, who are the famous religious leaders that come to mind?
That is the other tricky part of the question. Is I am lacking in knowledge at this time.
There's popes, of course.
Right.
There's, I guess, the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
He's a religious leader.
Is he? Yeah, okay.
I guess. But see, that's the thing. Do you consider yourself a leader? You know what I mean? Does he consider himself to be the leader of all Buddhists?
So there's like a spiritual sense to it, too. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a strict religion. I mean, I guess if I had to, then I'd want to really go for it and be like a crazy cult leader in some way.
Right, like a Jim Jones.
Yes, exactly. And just really take it to the edge and just see what happens.
Have you always been interested in cults? Do you find them fascinating?
I do. Yeah. I always wonder how quickly I would get roped in. Like, I'd like to believe I have a strong personality and, and I just have a certain sense of myself, but I wonder how easily I'd be tricked or swindled, or if they caught me on a bad day.
Right. Because it is, I mean, there's so much psychology that goes into that, and people have their, like, this Scientology, like, has their thing down. Like, they know how to appeal to people that are very vulnerable.
Yes.
And say all the right things, promise them all the right things.
And that's when they're vulnerable, they get the information out of them. That's when they get in there and people reveal stuff that they don't normally reveal, and then they're kind of roped in. I'm going to be murdered immediately after this.
You feel like they're going to come after you?
Yes, I do. They terrify me.
I would be
Great
nice to know.
Great people.
Great people. Look, any you can quibble with organizational things or approaches that different people have. That's all we're saying.
No, I mean, any good person gets information out of people and uses it against them to keep them there. That's just a common thing. We're all people,
Were you raised with any religion?
We were Catholic, but not really. Like, we went to church on Christmas Eve.
Birth and resurrection Catholics.
Yeah.
Did you go on Easter?
No, not really. Maybe, I think we did a couple times, And I had communion, but not confirmation. Is that the second thing?
Yes, that's the second thing.
And then I think I had CCD on Monday nights. You'd have church school for a while, and there's nothing I dreaded more than that. Like, I would just sit there, and it also made me crazy, because even at a young age, I was like, nothing anyone saying makes any sense. Like nothing makes sense, and it would just make my brain crazy.
It was all gobbledygook.
Yeah.
CCD, I was raised Catholic as well, went to Catholic school, but I never knew what CCD stood for.
I have no information on that. You're right.
One of them has to be Catholic, right?
Sure, yeah. Catholic Christ Dormitory.
Catholic Christ Dormitory.
Yeah.
And,
that's it. Yeah.
It was a sort of like, it was almost like a Sunday school kind of thing where you were being taught Catholicism.
Yes.
Did they teach you the catechism?
I can't even remember, honestly. I just remember them telling different stories from different parts of the Bible, each crazier than the last.
Right.
You know, it was that, yeah.
Did it include the Old Testament as well, or just the New Testament?
I don't remember. It's like I had something happen to me right before I came here that I have no memories or knowledge, but yeah.
But Katie, I think this is favorable for you because I think it proves that you're probably unlikely to be sucked in by a cult.
I hope so.
Because this was indoctrination that did not stick with you at all.
True. That's true.
So that's a good sign.
It didn't stick with me in any way. I know I was against it, but at the same time, I don't remember it. So it really didn't stick, yeah.
Was there any point where you believed in those teachings or where you accepted it? Like being a little kid, you know, like if you're told something, I think it's rare for a child to be able to say, I don't think that makes sense. Yeah,
no, I think as a kid, I always believed in God. And then later that in like college started questioning things. And I don't want to take us down too dark of a path. I apologize.
Let's go there. It's already dark in here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, but the religious stuff always felt weird.
Yeah.
And then the God thing, is this okay? Like,
yeah, of course.
You know what? This is so dark what I'm about to talk about.
Sure.
But the thing that made me start questioning everything is I was obsessed, and I always think about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Who doesn't?
I swear, because I would think, like, I know that I don't want to murder and eat people. So, like, there's something different about that guy, whether he was born that way or all this stuff happened to him. So, like, if that guy goes to hell for eternity, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just that's something about that seemed like, so if you're born a monster, that sucks.
Yeah.
But then you're also going to pay for being born that way for eternity. It's not like it's not like we have the same impulses, but I'm stopping myself from murdering and eating people because I want to do the right thing. Do you know what I mean? There's something wired completely different about us that just makes it, that started me unraveling in some ways.
Absolutely, because the idea that, without these, it's two things. First of all, what is mental illness? How does mental illness come into play in terms of morality? And if you think about any monster from history, like, do they sound like rational people who are like, I'm choosing to do this. I've weighed all the options and I think this is what I'm going to do. I could stop at any time, but I'm not going to.
Right.
And also the idea that of predestination and are you just, you have no choice in what you're doing and this has been the whole plan and, it opens up a whole world of questions that cannot be simply answered by, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You just got to believe this, and God works in mysterious ways.
The mysterious ways thing, that always kills me too.
The biggest cop out of
very
the world.
Convenient. It's so.
It's
convenient.
very convenient.
I wish I could say that to people. Like I wish, like if I did something wrong, I could say, like, well, I work in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Who knows what I'm gonna? Who knows why I do what I do?
It's very mysterious. Just have faith. Have faith. Let's come around.
Did you explore? Was there any period where you explored other systems of belief?
Not really. Like I try as like a human being to like get into. I'm always reading some self-help book or something. Like it always. I've been caught so many times. Like I was actually just at a diner and my friend walked over and we're talking for a good 5 minutes before I realized the cover said something like "Excuse me, your life is waiting." It's always some super embarrassing. So yeah, I'm always reading stuff like that. And I'll read a couple chapters and yeah.
But now you read a couple chapters and then do you start to feel like I'm not getting anything out of this, or do you become self-conscious even by yourself about reading these things?
I think no, or sometimes I feel like, got it. All right, let's go see. All right, world.
Right.
Let's see you today,
Have there been lessons from these books that have actually helped you in life that you still use?
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything right now. 'Cause I like therapy. Therapy has been good. That's
Absolutely.
been like a big thing for me,
Yeah. Is that relatively recent?
No, it's been like 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this past year has been good at like making connections to things and stuff like that. I feel like it took a long time for me to be like, I feel like it takes so long to start kind of seeing outside the box and then really seeing what things are happening,
Were you scared before you went the first time?
No, I just went through a really sad breakup. So I was like calling different therapists, trying to find anyone like looking at my insurance. And then you have to, a lot of them are busy. And so you'll have someone call back, I'm not taking new patients. And you're like, okay. And then try the next one. And then...
So you were ready to do this.
I was so ready. I just went in and was like, here's some shit.
Right.
And just immediately, like, stuff I hadn't told anyone, just, like, listed it off. Like, let's just get into it. And,
I was kind of scared before I went for the first time because it was just a new experience. And I had zero expectations of what it was going to be. I had no idea. And I was going there, like, thinking, am I going to cry at some point? Like at the first time? What is going to happen? What am I going to say? What is this all about? And I was scared that I wouldn't like the person and I wouldn't know how to deal with that,
Yeah.
I lucked out that the first person that I went to, it worked. I liked this person right away. But I went into it thinking, well, if I don't like it, I'll go someplace else. But then I started thinking like, well, I don't know how you end that thing. You know what I mean? Do I just never call that person again and I just go to somebody new?
Are you still with that therapist?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I haven't been in a little while, but I'm probably going to go back soon just for a little tune-up.
Yeah.
Just see how it
Tune-ups
goes.
are great.
Yeah.
My I had a therapist who I really, really loved. This person was great, and this was like a short period of time, but there were just always a couple of errors. Like one time I was talking about my fears of marriage, and I was like, what if the person turns out to be a serial killer? Or what if 20 years from now it turns out they're gay?
Wait, are you my wife? He's her. She watches all of those shows where it's like they're happily married and then they find out that the husband was this
That's
murderer.
what sticks. Like religion, I don't remember anything, but every crime show I see or Lifetime movie is just burned in my brain forever. But so I was telling her these fears, and she was like, well, it makes sense you would feel that way. And I was like, why? Like, this is great. She's like, well, your father was gay. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't realize that. Like, I wasn't picking up on something. And I was so confused. And she was like, I'm thinking of another patient.
Whoa!
And it was like a minute of, And it was so hard to transition back to talking.
Wow.
And it's also like, it was so hard, but it's also, I know if I was a therapist, I would do that shit every time. Like, what's going on?
What's your thing again?
Yeah.
Are you the one that eats all the time or you never eat?
Do more or less.
But then again, that's why you are not a therapist. Mm-hmm. My therapist, I caught her yawning one time.
Oh, that happens a lot.
And I was glad that I was able to say, well, look, who hasn't been there?
Yeah.
Of course. But you, I don't know. I have this thing, and I'm sure a lot of people have this, that you want to be the most interesting person that your therapist sees.
Yeah.
Like you have in your mind like, oh, I'm so glad Paul is coming in today. Mm-hmm. This day has been a drudgery, but at least I can see my star pupil.
Yeah. But it's also to them, they just hear, also, like, imagine how frustrating it is. It's like if you have a friend that complains about the same relationship over and over again, or like the same thing, and you're like, just deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're just doing this in circles. So imagine for them, it's like, they have to hold themselves back from being like, buddy, come on,
I've gone into therapy and said, I'm sick of talking about this. I feel like I say the same thing all the time. This is over and over again. Because I go in presuming boredom on her part.
Yeah.
And that, like, I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
I guess you have to be a compassionate person.
I guess so. Yeah. Does you have to
that's
like
the
hearing
key.
others talk? Or?
Is there anyone in your life that is still religious? Like even a friend? Do you know any people who are like devout in any way?
I actually have like distant relatives that are pretty religious, and I just don't. Because I don't talk about not being religious a lot,
Right.
other than on this broadcast. I just want to wait for one moment where everyone hears it. But because I also feel like it's when someone's super religious, that's in your face about it, that's annoying. But also, if I don't know, if the beliefs make people feel safer and better, like, go for it. Yeah. I don't want to make you, I don't need to unravel or make you freak out, So I'm always just polite and quiet.
Yeah. I think that's the way to be. And I think that the problem is that the people who are very vocal about atheism or whatever they do it in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
When like the best one is Richard Dawkins, who is still very condescending to people, but he's like the politest one.
Yeah.
It's still like there's the assumption that that's what you must be like. If you say that you're not a religious person, that you must be like that. And I've had people, I've talked very plainly about not having a belief system, or my belief is that I do not think that there is a God. And a lot of people sort of are pre-arguing with me as if I'm arguing with them, or as if I'm being in their face about it, which I get why. I don't know. I guess I get why people get defensive about it.
That's also like, it is important too at the same time, because there's so much horrible stuff that happens because of that, like when people hang on to that belief. And also just things like gay marriage. Like it's so easy when religious people sometimes, not all, or like, well, it's between a man and a woman, it's what God wants. That's when I'm like, okay, I'm so glad for everyone being so vocal and fighting back on it.
Yes. And it gets into this very tricky thing. And it's like, you use that argument, but I don't believe in the thing that you believe in. So it's not, you're kind of not doing due diligence with your argument if it all comes down to just that, and it's affecting millions of people's lives.
I know. So one thing that happens is I'll say something and do a complete 180 on it. So like, whereas before I'm like, it's good to just be polite and let them have their thing. Now I'm like, no, man. It's so, I don't know. It's tricky.
Well, eventually we'll get to Star Trek times, and everything's going to be fine.
Great.
Yeah. Katie, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Where can people find you online if you wish them to do so?
Well, you can find my very inactive Twitter account if you want to see what a Twitter account looks like once every 3 months. And then it's just Katie Dippold on Twitter.
There you go.
There it is.
And we're in March now. Is there anything you would like to promote? Do you have any projects that are coming out soon-ish?
Not till next summer. You could watch the new Ghostbusters.
Are you talking about summer 2016?
Yes.
That's this summer.
That is this summer.
That is this summer. So we're in spring now. Guys, you only have to wait mere months to see this movie, which I cannot wait to see. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's an amazing cast, and obviously it's going to be filled with hilarious jokes. And situations?
It's situations, yeah.
Okay.
Predicaments.
Jokes and situations.
Jokes, situations, predicaments, obstacles.
Love it.
Yeah.
Blooper reel at the end over the credits?
Beginning to end. Start with it.
What?
Break with it. End with it.
Bloopers over opening credits.
Yep.
I can't wait to see them do the scene correctly. Now that I've seen them fuck it up, I can't wait till the end to see the other ruined takes before they got it right.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Yeah. We will take a break. During the break, we will secure our location from Katie Dippold, and when we come back, you will meet our improvisers. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns.
Hey guys, I want to ask you a question. When you hear the word cruise, do you think of cranky old people, overpriced jewelry, cheesy entertainment, and a doomed Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh, you do. Most of those things. Maybe not all, but most. What do you say if I told you there was a cruise that had none of those things? Let me tell you about the 7th annual Joko Cruise. It is a 7-night adventure filled with all the best parts of a music festival, a comedy festival, a pop culture convention, and a vacation, all hosted by the amazing singer-songwriter Jonathan Colton. Now, this is a thing that I have done before, and I will do again. It is a great experience. It's a lot of fun. And I urge you, if you've ever thought about doing something like this but haven't been sure, if you've been on the fence, this is the one for you. Get off the fence, get on this boat. It's terrific. It will be March 4th to the 11th, 2017. It sails from San Diego to the Sea of Cortez on Holland America's MS Westerdam. And in 2017, the Joko cruise has the entire ship to itself. In the past, it has been the Joko group, which has been sizable, but these boats are gigantic. And so it's been alongside just the regular cruise people who all look at you like, what are you doing here? How come you're not a million years old? Now they have the whole boat to themselves. So that means all the entertainment is going to be good entertainment because it's all brought to you by the Joko Cruise. The 2017 performing lineup will be announced in the coming months, but the week will be filled with concerts and appearances by the best in music and comedy. Past performers include Amy Mann and Ted Leo, John Flansburgh from They Might Be Giants, John Hodgman, Cameron Esposito and Rhea Butcher, and, that's right, me, Paul F. Tompkins. Best-selling authors and webcomic creators such as Pat Rothfuss, John Scalzi, the creators of webcomics XKCD, Hyperbole and a Half, and The Oatmeal. They've all done it before. Live podcast performances like the Thrilling Adventure Hour, the JV Club with Little Janet Varney. I was there too with Matt Gorley and my own Spontaneanation. We just did that this past year, and it was a lot of fun. There is so much to do. There's tabletop gaming throughout the ship, board games, card games, role-playing games, more. There are game companies and game designers participating, so you can get some free stuff sometimes too, some swag. There are dance parties, meet and greets, hangouts with the performers, sunshine and beaches, fruity drinks, much, much more. It's all the stuff that a cruise offers. You know, lots and lots of food and booze and stuff like that. You can have as much or as little as you like, but then all this other really cool stuff going on. Go to jokocruise.com and book now. If you book by May 14th, 2016, you get a $75 per person early booking discount on the retail price. And plus, if you're new to Joko Cruise, use the promotional code PFT by May 14th and get an additional $70 off per person. And to show your support for this podcast, let me say that again. Use the promotional code PFT by May 14th, and you get an additional $70 off per person. Come on. And you also show your support for the podcast, of course. This promotional code is only valid through May 14th and is only applicable for people who have never sailed on a previous Joko cruise. So go to jokocruise.com, that's JOCO cruise.com today and book your cabin now. Maybe you'll see me on the high seas. Today's Spontaneation is brought to you by Squarespace. Dramatic tension. Squarespace. Listen, building a website, it can be tough, especially if you don't have a strong parental figure in your life. Usually, no matter what age you are, if you're going to build a website, you'll call up your mom or dad and say, is my old room the way I left it? And will you help me build this website? And even if your parents know their way around coding, which so many parents do these days, it's still hard. Lucky for us, me, you, and these families I'm talking about, Squarespace makes it easy to build beautiful websites without breaking a sweat. You might sweat from building your website with Squarespace, but it's not because of Squarespace. It's because you have a glandular condition. Go check it out. Life is too short to be making websites a difficult way and to sweat all over the place. Squarespace provides simple, powerful, beautiful websites that look professionally designed, regardless of skill level, no coding required. See, you don't need your parents after all. You're a grown-up. Not only does Squarespace provide you with intuitive and easy-to-use tools to create your website, they also have state-of-the-art technology. What art is that? Website creating. That's an art now. This state-of-the-art tech, it powers your site. It ensures security and stability. Stability is something we all need. Make a website with Squarespace. That'll be stable. That'll be the stability in your life because your emotional life is a shambles. You know you can trust Squarespace for your website needs when millions of people and some of the most respected brands, same thing in my opinion, brands are people, my friend, they all trust Squarespace. Listen, you cannot beat the ease and simplicity of Squarespace. They give you 24/7 online support, a beautiful website. What are you waiting for? Start a trial, a pleasant trial for once, not like that To Kill a Mockingbird. You can start a trial with no credit card required. Start building your website today. When you decide to sign up for Squarespace, please, I beg of you, use the offer code PFT because you get 10% off your first purchase and you show your support for Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. That makes me look good to my bosses and to my dead parents in heaven. Or hell. We thank Squarespace for their support of Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins, and we thank them for picking us up from the airport. I know we're not supposed to talk about that, but Squarespace picked us up from the airport that time. Thank you, Squarespace!
Did you ever wish that an ad you heard was a person that could be your friend? That's how I feel about that last ad. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from where you didn't go anywhere to Spontaneanation, still in progress. It is time to meet our friends, our pretend friends, real friends who like to pretend. Do you remember the show Real Friends, Carol and Marilyn? It was a daytime talk show. These two women who had some sort of, it's almost like a mommy blog kind of situation. And they had a talk show. This was in the, I want to say, late 90s.
I was busy being awesome.
And it paid off. Because
It didn't.
because I'm about to introduce you to the world again. Returning to the show, my dear old pal from the Thrilling Adventure Hour podcast and live show, Annie Savage.
Yay!
Annie, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I was getting anxious that he was going to run out of keys.
No, he always, it's like his piano is like a shark's mouth where there's like reserve rows of keys. He's got 3 rows of keys. Annie, how have you been since the last time I've seen you?
Good. Tired. I think I say that every time I'm here.
Probably do.
I'm tired. And
When are you going to catch up on that sleep? You got to catch up on that sleep.
I got a lot more time with that babe.
Do you ever think, you have a baby, do you ever think about just leaving? Like leaving your husband and the baby and starting a new life somewhere?
Of course. Who doesn't?
Is it all you ever think about, or?
I've been thinking about it more lately. Where am I going to go?
Can I say though? Of course. Thoughts like that are just fun. You're allowed to have them.
You're allowed to.
Where you think, what if I just disappeared and I started my life in like Dick Whitman style, started my life in a new town?
The worst part about thoughts like that is when you like really enjoy those thoughts, but you're like, oh, I just want to go back to that place.
Yeah.
I'm praying, and you're like, well, it's okay. I got to deal with reality for real.
I just want to open a crab restaurant by the beach.
I would start a cult.
That's a lot of work.
You know what? Yeah.
You got to buy
I
sneakers
would
for everyone.
join I'm fine with that as long as I have a corporate credit card. Would it be a corporation? Wait, if
I don't know.
corporations are people and people start cults,
Corporations are people, my friend.
then cults are the best
There you
corporation
go.
of them all.
Soylent Green. Annie, I'm turning away from you.
Bye.
This gentleman who's sitting directly across from me. Fake out.
I'm not ready.
In-room fake out. This gentleman is my colleague on the No You Shut Up program, Thursdays at 10 p.m. on Fusion. Watch the show. It's a funny show. Ted Michaels is back. Ted, welcome back to the show.
So good to be here.
How have you been?
I don't have any kids. I'm really well rested. I feel
bitch.
so good.
Ted, here's what I don't know
I feel
about you.
free and alive.
It's fun, right?
Yeah,
Are you a married man, Ted?
I am. Yes,
So you know a little bit of the suffocation of other people.
I get like 20% of it.
Right. And your dad's gay, of course.
Yeah.
Am I thinking you're the right person?
No, wait. No. I think all our dads are gay.
Who's dad? Show me a dad who isn't gay.
I know, really.
Oh, if I had a nickel.
If you're a therapist, just throw that out.
Sure.
So-
See what reacts.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you're right. How long have you been married?
18 years.
Congratulations.
a long time.
I did not know that.
I could have an 18-year-old. I could be done raising kids if we had gotten on it.
That's true.
We said, screw that. We're not doing it.
But your wife just turned 21? Am I thinking of the right person?
Yes.
So she's still got time.
Yes, I'm a member of a sect,
That's right.
and it's a cult I started.
That's right.
And now I'm married to someone I saw grow up. It all feels right.
It does. Oh, marriage is wonderful. Ted, I'm looking away from you, and now I'm looking at this last person who's left. This gentleman, my colleague in the Super Ego podcast. This guy. Oh, also in the Super Ego Forgotten Classics podcast on Howl.fm, which I don't plug enough, but is hilarious. I myself am a fan of it. I re-listened to the episodes, and they really make me laugh. Like this guy does all by himself. Mark McConville.
Hi, Paul.
Mark, hello. How have you been since the last time I've seen you?
I got put through the ringer this week, Paul.
What happened, dude?
Someone stole my catalytic converter out of my car.
Yeah, I couldn't pick that out of a lineup of car parts. I have no idea what it looks like.
Connects your engine and your exhaust. It's part of your exhaust system.
So it's important.
Well, your car sounds like 1,000 chainsaws when you start it. Because there's no muffling anymore. I mean, it's startling when you drive a hybrid. That normally makes zero sound.
Right.
And so...
And these catalysts, they need to be converted.
It's a smog thing.
This is a thing that's under your car?
It's under your car. So I guess I've learned a lot this week. The guys they'll jack the car up, and it's 2 quick cuts with a little saw, and it's gone. And it's worth like $300 on the street. But the new part is $1,700.
Jesus.
And you have to get a new... Well, you don't have to get a new one, but the guy explained to me, like, it's probably a thing that you need to get the new thing.
Now, who is stealing these things? Is it crackheads?
I don't know.
Is it people that are looking for parts to chop up cars when cars get chopped?
There's like gold and platinum in them. And so they're valuable.
What?
Yeah, I don't... It's...
Where were you parked?
In front of my house. And our neighbor has a young baby, like a newborn-ish.
You think it was the baby?
The baby did it.
Oh.
No.
I think we misread where you were going with
Our
this.
neighbor heard the saw.
The neighbor did it.
She was awake and dealing with the baby and heard a noise, like a metal-on-metal noise, and was like, what's that? And it happens so fast. It takes like less than 2 minutes to do. So it was just over. She heard the noise and was like, that's weird. And then went back to bed. And then in the morning, she felt so bad. Oh. Hannah, you don't have to feel bad. She actually, I had to go to work, and she was like, you can take my car. She felt so bad. And then I had to go to the police station, and I hope no one ever has to go to a police station. It was just a real crazy thing.
Is it?
I had to fill out a police report by this woman was telling all these traumatic stories. Speaking of therapy, like that cop was just like, you know what I think you should do? You should ask this person to leave, and we'll file a report on this. And like, it was crazy.
Your dad's gay?
He did say that.
Mark?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And word to the wise, your catalytic converters, keep an eye on them.
Bolt it in.
Right. Bolt it in. That's right.
There's modifications you can do. Look on the internet.
You know what you do? You write on it in like a silver Sharpie or something. Haunted.
I thought you were gonna say you can engrave your license plate number in it. Oh, that's what one website suggests you do.
Well,
I just want to drive
Where are they going to find this? Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
I'm with you.
Use your heads. All right, it's time to do our goddamn improv. We have our location from Katie Dippold, and in order to aid us in our storytelling, we don't imitate me via piano. That's rude. We have sound effects that move us about in time. Let's say we are in a scene and we want to cut to something that's happening at the exact same time. A meanwhile, if you will. You will hear this cut to sound effect. Whoosh, we're over there. Let's say we're traveling to the past. Someone's having a memory. We're learning how something came to be. You will hear this flashback sound effect. And if we wish to return to the present from the past or to go into the future, you will hear this flash forward sound effect. Guys, this couldn't be simpler. Any improviser has the power to press any of these buttons at any time, and that is how the sausage is made. Now, let us go to our location, supplied to us by Katie Dippold. That location is... Give it a bigger build-up, Eban. There we go. That location is the Last Blockbuster Video Store. We take you now to the Last Blockbuster Video Store. Are you all right, miss? Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm just getting over a thing.
Oh. Is it anything serious? Or?
No. I mean, I don't think so. I haven't been to the doctor. I don't really believe in doctors.
You don't believe in doctors?
No.
What do you mean? Like you don't, is it a religious thing?
Sure, sort of. I guess religious. It's not, I don't believe in them. So if they have their own religion, then I am anti that religion.
Wait, do you not believe that doctors exist? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You don't think doctors are real?
No.
What? Well,
they're ghosts of a former. This was taught to me by my great Grimpy Graham. And
yeah, honey, I want you to listen up now.
yes, Grimpy Graham.
Now, you know I refused all doctor care.
Yeah.
You know there's a reason for it.
Why?
They're all ghosts. They're sent here from somewhere, and they're not real.
Are they alien? Alien?
They
ghosts?
are dead aliens. Dead aliens, ghosts.
I'm sorry your grandfather has passed.
Remember what I said to you?
I'm getting out of here.
wow. So he got it a little bit at the end there, even after he flatlined.
It was. I mean, they said it was air escaping, but I know it was him.
Danielle, what are you doing talking to another man?
Oh,
I told you to get your movie and then we're leaving.
I'm sorry.
I am the clerk. I mean, she does have to talk to me if she's going to rent a movie.
I can't not
Well,
say anything.
The rest of my flock are waiting outside in our 15-passenger van.
I'm sorry, sir. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot here. My name is Dale. What is your name?
Chester Behemoth,
Mr. Behemoth, and this is Danielle. This is
my third wife.
Oh, your third wife. So
Yeah.
you've been married twice before.
Nope. I'm currently married 3 times.
And you've ranked your wives.
She's third. That's
I
why
was
we
the-
make her get the movies.
I'm the third one. I get the movies.
We have a corporate membership here, so just put it on our account and we're done.
Okay, what is the name of the account?
Behemoth Religious Organization.
Okay, I'm just typing.
Our address is Christian Catholic Dormitory.
Okay, all right.
That's where we live.
Behemoth. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it says here that you have a couple movies out.
Which ones?
You have.
Danielle?
I'm not in
did
charge
you-
of returning them. I'm just in charge of checking them out.
Well, where's Maybelline?
I don't know.
Well,
Is she in the car?
What's taking them so long?
I don't know. I've been sitting on this movie. I think I am not even going to return it, even though that's my job.
Maybelline. You know, you're the wife that returns the movies.
Well, I just
Danielle
think
rents the movies.
I have the hardest job.
You have the hardest job. I'm the wife who has to watch the movies.
I think you got the plum job.
Well, these
I
movies-
like movies. Why can't I look at them?
Oh, I wish you could see the movies that Danielle picks out. They're terrible.
I just get to return them, having not seen them.
You're not missing anything. Believe me, Maybelline.
I have found that hard to believe about every movie ever made.
Oh, wait.
Ma'ams, can you please roll down the window?
Oh, what do I do?
We haven't been told. We haven't been told.
I'll roll down the window. That's my job.
All right, Deirdre.
Ma'ams, I see that the driver is not in this vehicle. You're parked in a handicap. I don't see a handicap sticker. Is someone going to be able to move this vehicle to another spot?
Oh, well, I have a bum leg. My leg doesn't work so good.
Okay, you don't have the stickers.
The placard? Are you saying we need the placard?
The placard, yes.
Well, there's a funny story about that placard. We had one, and then some people stole it because they're very valuable on the street, you see. They'll steal them from you, and then they'll sell them for way less than the value of them.
All right, Rocco, we got to get in this car quick. We got to get that placard.
All right, on the count of 3. I'll pry the door open and you go in and grab it.
Oh, this is a great plan.
Okay, Mike. 1, 2, 3.
Pry! Come on, Rocco, pry! Okay, I got it!
Run!
And our neighbor was
was across the street with the baby, and she heard the noise of prying, and she didn't think anything of it because it was so brief, and then she just felt terrible about it the next day.
Well, thank you for that thorough explanation. And you did all the character voices very well.
I timed it. That was that was a half-hour explanation. It was really good.
Thank you, Maybelline. I feel like I've whittled it down over the last
getting really tight.
The last few tellings.
It's so tight.
Now, officer, first of all, thank you for addressing us as ma'ams. Secondly, would you mind checking on our associates in the video store? There's a large man. He's got a great bushy beard and long salt and pepper hair, and he might be wearing what appears to be a robe. And there's another woman looks exactly like us. She's dressed the same hairstyle and everything. We're just worried they're taking a little too long in the Blockbuster Video Store.
Okay, I will do it. It is outside my job description, but I will go in and check on your colleague.
Protect and serve. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Just put the late fees on our corporate account and we're all good.
Well, the late fees are already on there. It's just that we need the videos back.
I didn't rent Amelie.
Well, somebody did under your account.
I didn't either.
Danielle, did you rent Amelie or not? And now look me in the eye when you tell me.
Your spiritual eye or your eyes?
All of my eyes. Look right in them.
Yes.
Did you rent some French bullshit movie?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Is there a problem, officer?
Well, you know what there is? Your wife and family outside asked me to come in and check on you. To be honest, I feel not respected as an officer of the law that I am playing messenger right now. But they are looking for you. I'm just going to do that and let you know.
Yeah, well, I'll be out when I'm ready to come out.
Okay, yes, I'll tell
We're
them.
dealing with this fella here who's the movie police, apparently.
Hi, Joni.
Hi, how's it going?
Well, we've had better nights, you know.
You two know each other?
Well, yeah, she was on patrol here in the neighborhood, and she has, as an officer of the law, of course, she gets free VHS rentals.
I patrol this area. I'll be honest, not a lot happens in this section, and so I poke my head in here a lot, see if there's anything I can do, and
it really breaks up the day too. Thank you. I mean,
Sergeant Tomlinson, get in my office. We've been getting a lot of complaints that you have been doing a lot of errands while you're on your beat, doing people's laundry, picking up cakes for parties, returning and going into video stores. And you're aware that you're an officer of the law.
Right, yeah. I am really bad at confrontation. And if someone asked me to do something...
There is actually, when you were applying to be a police officer, a box that asks if you're okay with confrontation, because that is actually a big part.
I just wanted to please in that moment, so I just wrote yes.
Oh, so the nature of your non-confrontation made you answer the question incorrectly.
Yeah, exactly, and I apologize.
All right, well, get back out there. And
I'll go pick up your dry cleaning now.
That'd be great.
Okay.
So, sir, if you would just return the movies, and we have an officer of the law present here who can say that, yes, the way this transaction works is we have to have those movies back. They're the property of the store. You merely rented them. So we need those videos back.
Well, that ain't my job. It's Maybelline's job.
Who's Maybelline?
My second wife.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
She returns movies. That's her job.
Well, she hasn't done it. And, I mean, can you call her? Can you ask her to return the movies?
I'm getting a page.
Maybelline, what's happening? Is your pager's blowing up?
Our daddy master's paging me.
Oh, Daddy Master, what's he want now?
He wants me return something.
Daddy, Maybelline, you did not yet return Amelie?
Oh, no, I had it tucked away in my skirts.
You still have Amelie? Do you also have The Last Action Hero?
Oh, no.
I had to watch both of those movies, and I despise both of them.
I wish I could just see one movie.
Ma'ams?
Yes, officer, yes, we're rolling down the window.
He would like you to come inside and discuss the matter with him. He asked me to come out here and ask you to come
Thank
in.
you for that message.
Thank you, officer.
All of us.
He specified Maybelline.
That's me.
Who you want to bring in with you is up to you. At this time, I cannot weigh in on that matter.
I'd like to bring everyone. Is that okay?
Well, we should put this to a vote. Officer, would you mind getting us at the Staples? Just get us a pad of paper and a pencil, so we can make secret ballots and vote on whether we should all go in the store.
I was going. Okay, I was going that way anyway. So
thank you. So,
that's so nice.
But you are doing an errand for us, just to be clear.
I will check out the situation and do what I think is necessary and bring it back to you.
If you can, on your way, I need to drop this off at the DMV. If you can just, I have an appointment, but I think I'm going to be late.
What is that, Maybelline? What is that you're asking to be dropped off at the DMV?
It's just a change of address.
What? What? How's Maybelline going to change her address? This is crazy. She's married to the Daddy Master. We'll find out when Spontaneanation returns.
Today's Spontaneanation is brought to you by Bajillion Dollar Properties on Seeso.com. Bajillion Dollar Properties is a Seeso original series you cannot find anywhere else. It's from the minds of Reno 911 and Comedy Bang Bang. It is a semi-scripted comedy created by Kulop Vilaysack and produced by Kulop and Scott Ackerman. It is set in the world of real estate shows like Million Dollar Listings, and it's about real estate agents at Super Luxury Platinum Realty Group. Real estate agents at the Super Luxury Platinum Realty Group. That all ran together, and it was confusing for the listener, and I apologize. These guys exclusively sell properties to and for bajillionaires. New episodes are available every week on Thursday, and who is in this show? Well, it's got guest stars like Adam Scott, Andy Richter, Horatio Sands, Weird Al Yankovic, Jason Mantzoukas, people like that. It's got an amazing cast. Dan Adut, Tim Baltz, Ryan Gall, Tawny Newsome, Mandel Mon, Drew Tarver, and wait, who else? Me, Paul F. Tompkins. That's right, I'm in the cast of this. This is a hilarious show. It's maybe my favorite cast that I've ever worked with. They're all incredible improvisers. It is a funny, funny show that I am thrilled to be a part of, and I'm mad that we have stopped shooting because I would love to do it forever. How do you watch it? You get it on Seeso, which is a premium comedy streaming service. Premium comedy streaming service. They have original series, quotable classics like Monty Python, Kids in the Hall, Next Day Late Night, stand-up specials. They got all this stuff. It's available on the iOS App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Seeso is just $3.99 a month for an all-access membership. That's $3.99 for an all-access membership that gets all episodes of Seeso original series, every episode of classic series like the ones I mentioned, and so much more. You got to try this, guys. It's a really good service. They have so much good stuff. You can start as a guest, no credit card needed, and there's new content added weekly. So listen, do me a favor by doing yourself this favor. Watch Bajillion Dollar Properties only on Seeso. It is funny, hilarious, cutthroat, fake reality show. It says here in the copy it'll be your new guilty pleasure. It will not. There will be no guilt. It will be a straight up pleasure you can be proud of. Watch Bajillion Dollar Properties only on Seeso. Go to Seeso.com. Watch it unfold. Start watching free? Yes. Free to start. That's in the copy. That question and then that answer. I don't start watching free? Yes. Free to start. Okay, guys. Seeso.com. Bajillion Dollar Properties. Check it out. You will like it. Like I like you.
Maybelline. Yeah. How is it possible that you are going to change addresses when we all live in the same home with the Daddy Master?
I'm running away.
What?
I'm running away.
What? And you're taking those movies with you, Amelie and the Last Action Hero?
I have rented a small Airbnb, one of those things you rent.
Airbnb?
Yeah, Airbnb.
It's like a bed and breakfast with R&B playing all the time.
There's a website. And
there's a website.
They guarantee.
What's a website?
I found a computer in the basement, and it got websites on it.
We're not allowed to use websites.
I've been doing so many bad things.
Beatrice, right? Maybelline, this is unbelievable.
And I'm taking these movies. I'm going to watch a movie.
What? Are you going to use the disk drive of the computer?
Oh, I didn't think of that. I rented this place that guaranteed that they had a DVD player.
And what? Well, that's smart, I suppose.
But
those VHSs.
Were those VHSs? Oh no!
Yes, Amelie and Last Action
I already
Hero.
put a deposit down. I don't think I can get it back.
Oh, Maybelline. Oh, here comes the officer back with the pad and the pencils.
Let me get the window.
Ma'am, oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were going to start rolling it down.
We saw you coming from a distance.
I appreciate that. The situation was we had an option between the blue notebook or the green one. I purchased both so that there would be no incident of disappointment over chosen color.
Thank you, officer. Thank you.
Did you put my change of address at the DMV?
That was successful.
Oh, darn it, because now I don't think I should probably go.
Well, we will talk about this in one moment, Maybelline. Officer, we will choose the green notebook, and you may keep the blue one as it matches your uniform.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, ma'am.
Thank you.
I should say about 45 minutes ago, your husband sent me out here to ask if you wanted to go inside and converse the matter of the
video. That does sound familiar. I don't know what you think.
So these milk duds are pretty fresh, or?
I'm not going to lie to you. They have been here for a long time.
And then these snow caps are?
Probably even older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said, so you don't do a lot of candy business here.
Not anymore. We used to.
Where in the hell are they?
I don't know.
Danielle?
I'm not in charge of getting them out of the van.
You are now. I've promoted you up the pyramid.
Oh. Am I number 2?
Well, you're still 3.
But at my job description.
I'm adding it. The spirit has told me that to avoid all doctors, we must listen to his prophecies.
Right.
And I have had a vision of you going outside and checking on the rest of the flock.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'll be right back.
But sir, you'll stay here.
I'm just going to wait here with you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm sorry. I've been in line behind him. Is there no way that I could?
We have a sitter who's just. Our kids are at another house, so we could watch a movie at home in peace.
Yeah, we need those videos back. Just out of curiosity, since we are waiting, what was it that you were looking to rent?
Oh, Weekend at Bernie's.
We do not have that anymore. Someone did not bring it back.
Do you have any other movies?
Similar in tone.
Just sort of, two guys carrying another guy who is not alive around. Do you have any movies like that?
We have My Left Foot. Sometimes he gets carried.
Hey, Rocco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do?
What, Mike?
I am going to keep this copy of My Weekend at Bernie's.
I love that movie, man.
And I'm gonna use it with my handicap placard.
We ought to sell them placards.
We never even thought of selling them.
We just steal them. They're so easy to take.
Let's have a yard sale.
Yeah. We'll sell those placards at a yard sale.
Hey, guys. So we get a bird.
Guys, quick question. Are we doing different accents now in the gang? I thought we were doing like sort of gravelly voice East Coast types.
I just had a lemonade.
Hey, we're all sugared up and our vocal cords
I get it.
affected.
I get it.
You got a buddy here. Did you want me to bring him a lemonade too, honey?
Mom.
What? I don't want to be rude to your friend. I'll bring you a lemonade.
Thanks, Mrs. Kleinman.
Thanks, Miss Kleinman. Your mom's awesome, bro.
She's great. Why are you so embarrassed? She's great.
Shut up, guys.
You're a real weirdo.
Here they are. I got the girls. They were voting on if they should come out of the van, so this sped up the process.
Are they getting in line in front of us too?
Oh my God.
No, they won't. Well, I mean, they're technically all the same party, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
I hate.
Can I just say, if it's for him, if there's another Weekend at Bernie's replacement for him, he what speaks to him is the two men with the dead body. But for me, like a movie with like a big mansion on a beach was more.
Is there a mansion on the beach section of the Blockbuster?
I don't know that we have an aisle that specific.
Okay.
We have, romantic comedies. We have thrillers.
Do you
a
have
lot of times,
Iron Man?
No, that's a little after our time, unfortunately.
That's not on VHS?
Yeah. The most recent movie we have is from 1998.
Do you have Lady Hawk?
We do have Lady Hawk, yes.
We'll take it.
Okay. So if I could ask you guys, could you just step aside just 1 second? So
You getting in the way of my religious freedom?
well, no, I was just
You're letting these non-believers go in front of me?
Well, I mean, their religion, I don't even know what their religion is.
This was a religious thing.
Get him, Daddy
It's
Master.
not a religious.
Get him.
It's not a religious store. Daddy Master,
Get
you
him,
must
Daddy
defend
Master.
our way of life.
I'm gonna bring this whole corporation down.
Well, you're a little late. But
Am I?
yeah, this is the last Blockbuster. I mean, we're almost out of business.
Good.
Last Blockbuster? You never told us this was the last Blockbuster.
Daddy Master, why did you not tell us this
Why
was the
did you
last
lie
Blockbuster?
about it?
It was a sin of omission. You withheld this information from us.
Guilty. I lied. I said there were a great many Blockbusters.
What? What else is different about the world that you... What other things have you told us about the world that simply are not true?
Nobody drinks water.
Nobody, Daddy Master?
No. We drink lemonade. Everybody drinks lemonade.
I've been drinking lemonade forever.
Model version of a person.
Deirdre, you always are Daddy Master's favorite. Now, I remember as a girl we used to drink water and we did not think anything of it, Daddy Master.
What a sinful time it was. Also, doctors are alien ghosts.
What?
There are no doctors. If a doctor is attempting to examine you, touch you, work on you, that is an alien infiltrating your body.
Daddy, were you lying to us when you said that dogs were men and cats were women?
All dogs are men, and all cats are women. That is gospel truth.
Wait, you mean like the gender of the dogs is all men? Or do you mean they're people?
Yeah, this one's a little unclear, Daddy Master.
And it shall remain unclear.
Oh no, it's a mystery.
I hate mysteries.
Honey, we should get a mystery.
Yeah.
That'd be fun, because maybe there'll be a dead person being carried around and a mansion.
And just to... I want a mystery and to see who can figure it out first.
We have Sleuth.
Do you have Clue?
Not anymore.
Maybelline.
Wait a minute. Did you also check out Clue?
It was on the list.
Oh no, it's in my elaborate robes. Here it is.
Look at her many folds of her robes.
What's this piece of paper? Change of address?
Oh no,
Daddy Master, please don't be too harsh on Maybelline.
I have an Airbnb that I've rented.
The Roast Beef Hotel?
I don't know.
That's what it is.
Website.
That's what it is.
I guess it was a website.
Maybelline, how dare you? You've betrayed the church, the gods, the temple,
That's
and the
three
Daddy
things.
Master.
4 things. Oh my gosh.
I cast you out. Vile demon woman.
Well, that works for me because I'm gonna leave.
That seemed to work out.
That really
Get
did
out of
work.
my sight.
Okay.
Good workout. Yeah. good
Okay,
workout.
bye you guys. Bye.
This is better than any movie we could have rented.
Daddy Master,
What is it, plethora?
I also want to follow Maybelline into the outside world.
What?
I'm so
I've
thirsty.
given you everything.
Oh, well.
Lemonade.
I know.
I make people rent a movie that you get to watch and you alone.
I have no choice.
And
in
then
the matter.
someone else returns them.
Well, as it turns out, the system is flawed. I have not watched many of the movies that you have commanded me to watch.
What?
I never saw The Towering Inferno.
Yeah, you skip it.
I did not watch The Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
Also not fantastic.
Why are you making me watch these movies that aren't so good?
I ain't picking them.
That's true. But why Why can we not pick our own movies? Why could we not?
Nobody can pick their own movie.
But I know it is done in the outside world, Daddy Master.
By doctors.
Deirdre, back me up on this.
Yeah,
Not you, Danielle.
She's
I want to hear from
She's going to give her the Heimlich.
I don't know what that is. It's ghost doctor foolishness.
Hi, you look like someone who could give me a ride away to my new life. I need to get into your truck.
Where you headed?
I have an Airbnb.
Oh, sounds good. The Roast Beef Hotel, where they play Peaches and Herb 24 hours a day.
Boy, as far as like random people I could have gotten a ride with, I think I did pretty good with you.
You did. Hey, climb on in. Would you like some lemonade?
I am so used to drinking lemonade.
It's fresh squeezed.
Delicious. You have like a juicer right here in your cab.
At all times, it was a gift from a friend's mother.
That sounds like a delightful woman.
So do you have an address for me, or we're just going to drive around and look for the Airbnb?
The second thing. I'm so sorry.
Let's hit it.
Oh no, she's dying.
I know the
She's
Heimlich.
dying.
I know the Heimlich. Here, ma'am, let me just put my hands around your waist.
Stop touching her, you foul alien ghost.
I'm not an alien ghost. I'm a Blockbuster clerk.
You're
I
a
just
doctor.
know the Heimlich maneuver.
You're a doctor, and I know you're a doctor.
He saved my life.
It's
He saved my...
just common decency. That's
Danielle, you have been touched by a doctor, and I cast you out.
What? It's real.
Is it?
He's not a ghost.
No, just
He saved my
Blockbuster
life.
clerk. Yeah, it's a Heimlich maneuver.
I'm gonna go to the RBB too.
The what?
The
RBB?
roast beef hotel.
If you go to the RBB, you can never come back to the CCD,
Catholic Christ dormitory.
where we live. You can never, ever, ever come back.
What if Danielle is also cast out? Now it is just down to me and Deirdre here.
Now, I have had a vision, Plethora. You're going to be renting, watching, and returning films.
This is a vision, or is this just I'm the only person left to do all these things?
No. Spirits have chosen you to rise up the pyramid. And you, and only you, the chosen wife. By the way, do you have The Chosen Wife on DVD or Blu-ray?
The Chosen Wife?
Sounds like a movie.
The rich man's wife?
The Rich Man's Wife.
Let's get that.
That's really good.
Do you? We'll talk about it later. Plethora.
Daddy Master, I'm having doubts about your teachings.
Don't you?
I feel as if I belong with Maybelline and Danielle. Deirdre, will you come with us?
Don't you come with them.
I can't go
Why can't you go, Deirdre?
because
Fire!
I'm your mom.
What? You're my mom?
Yeah,
I thought she was my sister wife all this time, but you are my mother?
I had all of yous. You're my kin.
This is like something out of Chinatown, a movie that I was forced to watch. That one was actually pretty good.
It's a good one.
pretty good movie.
It's a good,
Danielle did good that time. Oh, I gotta stay with my man. But I want you to go.
I will go, Mama, sister wife. I will leave you, Daddy Master. I will find my sisters, and we will start a new life. Oh, Anne's here too.
Plethora, I'm glad you're here.
It's plethora, but I appreciate the sentiment.
And also,
Look, Danielle is here
Danielle's here.
Maybe.
It's just, this place isn't that big. I mean,
too. It's kind of small. It's cozy.
Yeah, thanks for setting this up.
okay, I guess it works.
Is there anything to eat? Because the smell in this place is making me so hungry.
I went to the store and bought some frozen waffles.
All right. I mean, that's fine. I was kind of had a hankering for something more substantial.
Sandwich or something.
Oh, look, Anne is here. Anne, you found us.
Hi.
You escaped the Daddy Master.
I did.
Now, you know that thing about dogs and cats. It was all made up.
can't be true.
It's not true. Plenty of dogs is ladies and plenty of cats is men.
It's just really hard.
Yeah,
It's really hard taking it all in.
It is, Anne, it is.
You know, and I feel like we escaped, but into a much more depressing situation.
I know. I'm online looking
great.
for I'm looking up VRB&Bs.
You just keep putting the word website into the search bar. I don't know if that's going to help.
Really? That makes perfect sense to me.
Girls,
What? Deirdre, mother.
I'm a ghost.
What? You're a ghost?
What, did he murder you back at that Blockbuster?
Yeah,
Do you all have a medical degree too?
yeah.
You're
It's all true.
a ghost doctor. Are you... Mother, sister, wife, tell me true. Are you also from another planet?
Yes. And I've come to deliver one final message to you before heading back to my planet.
What's that? What'd you call it?
Medicom.
Medicom, the planet.
Your father's gay.
I knew it.
Oh my God, everything makes sense now.
It explains everything. There she goes. Back to the planet Medicom, presumably.
She's still floating away. Very slow departure.
It's really slow. It's really
She
slow.
looks like she's lost.
How do I...
She's pointing.
There's no instructions on how to do be ghost doctor.
Maybelline, open a window and we'll shoo her out with a broom.
Let's get her out with a broom. There you go.
Well, Sarah, you've been here for... It's going on days now, and I think it's time for you to leave the Blockbuster. We're going to finally close down.
Okay.
I'm sorry that your cult fell apart.
I got nothing to live for.
Do you want to help me turn out the lights?
Yeah. Hey, I'm gay.
And it all happened at a place called the Last Blockbuster. Annie Savage, what do you want to tell the people about?
My podcast.
Which is called?
The baby is sleeping.
That's right, it is. And that's you and your husband, Fred Cross.
Yes.
And you talk about your baby.
We talk
about other people's babies.
We talk about all kinds of things. We talk about baby-related things, but it's not just for parents. It's we talk to people who were babies.
It covers a lot of people
who have babies. We talk to what I'm excited about is child stars. It's about parenting in Los Angeles and all the aspects of that. So we talked to somebody who started when they were very young in the business. And
Interessant.
yeah, so all kinds of fun things for anybody.
And that is found in all the usual podcast places.
We're so popular. We have so many episodes.
But I mean, like, you can get it on iTunes or something.
Yes.
There you go.
Just look for it. And the Twitter for that is Sleeping Baby Pod.
Sleeping Baby Pod.
And my Twitter is Annie_Savage.
Annie_Savage. Mark?
Yo.
Where are you at? What are you doing? What do people need to know?
It's March.
Yes, it is.
God knows what I'm doing. You can listen to the Super Ego podcast.
Yes, you can.
You can listen to the second complete season of Pistol Shrimps Radio.
Oh, so good. The Pistol Shrimps Radio is a great podcast. Mark and our friend Matt Gorley, they do the play-by-play for these games, these basketball games, and they don't know a whole lot about basketball.
Matt really doesn't.
I
know some.
Yeah.
I know enough. But it's just fun. We were just having a fun old time.
You don't have to, look, you don't have to have a baby to listen to Annie's podcast.
Yep.
You don't have to know anything about basketball to listen to Mark's.
No, you don't.
Guys, we're making it as easy as possible for you. Eban Schletter on Twitter, ebanschletter.com. Seek out all of Eban's work. It will not be hard to find because Eban Schletter is only the best. I want to tell you, please watch No You Shut Up Thursdays at 10 on Fusion. If you don't have Fusion, you can watch it online, various places. You got your YouTubes, you got your Fusion.net, you got your Hulu, all that kind of stuff. Find it. I'm plugging about it all the time. Follow me, PF Tompkins on Twitter. You will, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll never not know about stuff that I'm doing. because it's all I talk about. That and like fun things jokes that I make about the airport. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting us. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Thanks once more to Katie Dippold for being here. Katie, a treat to improvise with you, something I've wanted to do for a long time.
I had a wonderful time.
I hope that you did. Goodbye forever until next week. This is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Presenti.
Hey, Earwolf listeners, this is Chris Gethard. I have a new show coming out. It's called Beautiful Stories from Anonymous People. Every week, I open the phone line to one anonymous caller, and I can't hang up first, no matter what. From philosophical discussions.
If you were to be eaten by an animal of your choice, which one would it be?
And family secrets.
The doctor that delivered me, I believe, was Ron Paul.
To shocking confessions.
I was doing what they call internet porn.
And shameless self-promotion.
Because I think I am the greatest musician in the whole entire world. Oh, yeah!
Listen on earwolf.com, iTunes, or your favorite podcasting app.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Adam Sachs, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.